time to get into the domestic segment proper. And the first topic is related to that one, Ethan. You've got some news for us about Samsung and their smart TV spying.
Yeah, yeah. All jokes aside, unfortunately, this is another step of the Orwellian nightmare that is continuing to increase on a daily basis here. And it's come out this week and it's been reported on pretty heavily about Samsung admitting that its smart TVs are spying on you with their technology. And I've got a little bit of an article here that I'll read out and I'll link to it it's from an independent site. I'll link to it at ausroundtable.com. But it says, is smart TV getting too smart? Smart TVs are connected to the internet and they are capable of collecting and transmitting our data. Samsung's smart TV uses voice recognition technology to enable voice commands, but its private policy defined by the company says, quote, if your spoken words include personal or other sensitive information, that information will be captured and transmitted to a third party, end quote. In other words, Samsung's voice recognition feature is always listening to you unless you deactivate it. So these internet-enabled smart devices can be exploited to reveal a wealth of personal information. Quote, in addition, Samsung may collect and capture your voice commands and associated text so that we can provide you with voice recognition features and evaluate and improve the features, Samsung, the private policy says. Samsung points out that the voice recognition feature can be turned off by the TV's owner, but even if you turn the feature off, Samsung can still collect enough of your data. A spokesperson for the company told that Samsung, quote, takes consumer privacy very seriously. In all of our smart TVs, we employ industry-standard security safeguards and practices, including data encryption, to secure customers' personal information and prevent unauthorized collection or use. What a load of rubbish, but it's just unbelievable. And the article goes on to show other examples of Samsung smart TV from 2012 where the so-called security that they have in place has been breached, or they've found vulnerabilities in the technology, and now with the new TV, all of this is now once again accentuated on another level, where now they admit that the TV can collect your personal data if you say it. It's just unbelievable that the 1984 nightmare is coming true with Winston's monitor on the screen, where it's recording you at all times. It's just ridiculous, Jono.
And do you remember a time, and this is only a couple of years ago, where if you said to someone, hey, you know that they can watch you through your video game console, or you know that they can watch you, people wouldn't just disagree with you. They were trained to say that you were crazy, like as if they could do that, as if they would want to do that. And here we are a couple of years later, and they're blatantly stating, yeah, we can, and we do. And none of those people who called us crazy are coming back and going, you were right. Those people are just going along with it like the sheep they are. Lindsay, what say you?
Yeah, I agree. When you were talking, then I was just thinking about that. I've always had it in my mind that they'd be able to look at us through the TVs, and you just make sure you're careful what you say. But for them to come out and say this, I was sort of waiting for people to start shouting about it, but nobody is. It's this slow, gradual education process so that people come to accept what was 10 years ago totally unacceptable. Over to you.
Yeah, it would have been, you would like to think, completely unacceptable a couple of years ago, and it just shows how far we've fallen that this can come out in the news, and who, apart from us, who's talking about it?
Yeah.
And we're talking about my kitchen rules. Look, I don't know how it is in other countries. We've got a lot of international listeners on our show, both live and people who listen during the week. I don't know how it is in other countries, but you have to understand, Australian TV, most of it during the week is to do with houses, like renovate your own house and all this kind of crap, or cook this food at home. It's like what they call reality TV. So people come home from actual reality, and then they turn on the TV and they watch reality TV, which is actually all just advertisements. I mean, if you watch an episode of Backyard Blitz or whatever, it's essentially just advertisements. Like, I don't mean during the ad space, I mean during the actual show. It's just advertisements, but they get like a handyman to show you how he cuts his deck, but he's using a Black & Decker thing or whatever. And it's actually, like, it's ingenious what they do. It is a 100% scripted advertisement, but they present it as though it's real, and people watch it and they think they're actually watching real stuff. And then while they're watching this, the TV is going to be watching them.
And that's the
Oh.
problem with shows like Gogglebox, is that this is all coming out at the same time, and it's normalizing it because it's normalizing in a way that technology should be able to monitor you. It's a known fact that laptop laptop microphones, the default microphones, are on at all times, and they're on at all times monitoring, even when it's turned off. We've seen in the United States and other international regions smart technology, such as even your washing machine listening and spying on you now. And just coupled with this rubbish of Gogglebox and this normalization of just something, as you said, that would be completely, well, we'd hope to think it would be, but would be completely, just crazy 10 years ago, to the fact where people would have denied it if it did happen. And it's the same with everything. It's the same with forced vaccinations, microchips. Everything is just gradually rolling out to now the people just accept it and never admit that they're wrong, because that's just how things have always been, and it's only going to get worse from here, Jono.
Yeah, and Lord Rollo in the live chat says that Alex Samsung Jones is watching you. Again, if you are listening live, there is a chat box there, and we do like to read out the comments of the live listeners. So if you're not familiar with it, just log into your YouTube account and you can take part in the live chat. It's always plenty of fun. In fact, sometimes the guys in the live chat, they're having their own conversation distinct from what we're talking about. But that's cool. As long as we're all talking about this kind of thing, that's really the most important part. And we do have to press on to the next topic, which is the Tasmania protest laws. This is just a quick update, but